Ryan Brown, thanks for taking the time. Another trip to California, 5 games last weekend. You've had a lot of water polo that you've played. Your assessment of your team now?
Good. We've got a lot of mistakes that we're still making that we got to clean up. But overall, from the beginning of the season to where we are now, we've improved. Some areas more than others. But I think overall we're in a good spot moving forward. Lost a few that we should have won, but we got some good competitive games coming up, and I think we're going to be ready for them.
Obviously, this is the plan, right? To play as much water polo as possible so you can see what you have player-wise and what you want to do. So are there any tweaks, any things that you want to change, or what do you need to do as you move forward? Because you have a week off here to take care of some things.
Yeah, I think that we're in a good situation where we've learned about ourselves and about a bunch of individuals and what combinations work well, what combinations don't work well, versus different types of teams. So I think that's going to be useful going forward. So we've made notes of that, and we've put together some good lineups, and so I think that's going to help us in the future. This week is off. Next week is home, so we're basically home for 2 weekends. So we're going to ramp up the conditioning and training a little bit because we don't have games on the weekend. So I think we're in a good spot. We'll be in a good spot condition-wise, and I think we're in a good spot with our roster.
You have a lot of time, as you mentioned, before the next game, which will be Pepperdine, a WCC contest, or first conference game of the year. Will you be focusing on that game, or will you be focusing more on just yourselves?
I think this first week right now we'll be focusing mostly on ourselves, and then next week we'll be watching film and dialing down our opponents and knowing what they like to do, taking away options 1 and 2 the best we can, and make them go to options 3 and 4. They're going to be doing the same thing on us as, hey, what are options 1 and 2? So this week, more about us. Next week, us and them.
Options 1 and 2, let me see. Tom Leggett and Kaido Ham, would that be correct?
Yeah, just about. They're both playing great and fantastic. Supporting cast is supporting them as well and starting to step up in different areas. But yeah, Tom's really special.
What's the weak link in your team as you look at it?
I think consistency. We'll do some really good things, and then we'll fall apart for a few possessions. So some of that is just overall consistency, but we got a sub, and some of those guys filling in make errors. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's the starting group that makes errors, and it's just that consistency piece that we got to get better at.
All right. Ryan Brown, thanks. I don't have to tell you good luck this weekend, but maybe.
Thanks, Brian.